All right. I just completed an agentic. Building an agentic LLM chatbot using the Google Agent Development Kit, Google ADK. Starting from this tutorial that builds weatherboard and actually adding sub agents after that. You can actually check it from the Google GitHub documentation, and then I adjusted to do a bit more. So let's look at the program. Right. So we start off with session service. Just create a in-memory session. This basically will start off like a conversation thread that we can actually store, the whole interaction between user and the LLM, and also the all the events happening in there. And then we create the session using a DTO that I created, so that we can actually dynamically change this if we want. Right, and then we create that session. Then we create a runner. Runner basically orchestrate the whole agent execution loop. And then that runner will start off with a main agent. We'll take a look at the main agent later on. And the session that we created just now. Right. And then we created a loop for the user and the LLM to interact. Right. And then this and each loop, each turn run will call this will execute this call agent async call agent function that will basically send the query to the LLM using this runner.run async. uh, and then if there is a tool call, then we check for it. By when there's a tool call, then after a tool call, normally there's object is final response. And then if there is, meaning a tool call was made, and then after that we will try to catch that, and then display the result from the tool call. Right, so that's that. And then let's look at the main agent. The main agent is here, agent definition. So starting off from the tutorial is the weather agent, so I change it to main agent. So we shove it, with one sub agent, which is a greeting agent, again from the tutorial. And four tools that the three is basically the one that I already have before this. I just bring it over to this project. And the get weather is basically the one that from the tutorial. So there's four tools and then one sub agent. So the prompt for this is basically here. So we're just saying that just tell that you are a Google Gemini. I'm using the model 2.5 flash for cheapness, but good enough. I'm telling it that there's a cutoff knowledge, so that whenever you ask something earlier than this, it will automatically use the web search tool. And then telling it that it has two things. One is that it has a sub agent, which it can delegate, the greetings or whatever to the sub agent. And then it has four tools that it can actually use. One is to actually get weather or check weather, and then do web search, do web scraping, and also generate image. So that's the idea. This is basically the prompt for the greeting is just basically saying, this agent can also use this one tools. So let's look at the tools. So we start from the top. We have the say hello tools. This one is for the sub agent, just answering greetings. And then we have the get weather tools. This is for the main agent. This is basically fake. It's just mocking. Uh, you know, Based on which city, which is the only these three cities available, then it will just return a string of a random temperature, blah blah blah. So it's just a fake one. But the do web scraping, this is basically my own project function. So we have this to scrape website, basically just using Beautiful Soup. And then we have the do web search. This is basically using a super API doing Google search. We stop. I mean, we set it as to 9 or 9 or 10. 10 result. I think 9 got 9 result. And then each of the result though, we are going to scrape as well to get more context. Right. So that's where do web search tools. And then we have the general image. This one is using apa ni, is Imagine 3 from Google. So that's this the one, right? Okay, so we are going to let or let the tool generate image and then save it to generate the image folder and then send the absolute path to back to the main agent. The main agent will pass this information to the back to the user. Right, so I think that's about it. Let's just have a run. Okay, so right. So the main idea of having this agentic LLM chatbot is you no longer have to do function call. So you have one LLM, a main LLM, and you can have multiple sub-agent, and that sub-agent can do something specific. And the good thing about this is it's modular. You can always just remove one sub-agent or add one more sub-agent, remove one tool or add one more tool without really changing the architecture that you have to build here. Right, so let's start. So let's just start with greeting. So hi there, my name is Jai. We will ask this if you remember not my name after this, just to see that conversation history is working. Right, so notice that it's actually delegating to the greeting sub-agent, and that sub-agent has one tool which is say hello, and he actually called it, which is nice. Right, so let's do scraping. So okay, so let's just do this. So ask what's this page about. So can you tell what's this page is about? Just pass this. See it will call the tool or not for web scraping. Yep, do web scraping tool is called. So now it will go and fetch the content, right? So it will say that this page is about image generation using Google Gemini API, built-in multimodal, blah, blah, Imagine model. Yep, that's right. So blah, blah. So this is basically content from the page lah. I mean, you can double check this later. Okay, so let's do web search. Okay, so let's do that news yesterday. I heard that there is airplane crash in India yesterday. Can you go check the details for me, please? Right, hopefully, okay. We'll do a web search. So, yep, we'll go to all these pages and hopefully do a web scraping. Okay, so web scraping is called, yep, every link web scraping was called. So from that, it will just gather all the info and then feed it back to the main LLM. And so there's an airplane crash Ahmedabad, India yesterday. So yep, yesterday. And then the flight is 171, Boeing 787, Dreamliner. Yes, that's correct. Bound for London Airport, correct. So location time, casualty 242, and then there's a sole survivor. Yep, that's right. Okay, so we got the news from the web search tools. Okay, next. Okay, let's just ask my name again. Do you happens to remember my name? Yes, your name is Jack. That's correct. So the conversation history is working. Right. So now let's do the image. Okay. So I feel like looking out a car window right now to see an elephant walking by the sideway. So okay, let's ask this to make a good prompt for us. Can you rate the rate good lah. Detail image generation prompt for me, please, so that we can run the prompt to see the image. Okay, so we are hoping to get a prompt, but will it actually? Okay, so it didn't. Okay, it didn't actually run the prompt for getting an image. That's fine. So let's just do this. So we have the prompt, copy. So now we just use the prompt. So create an image as follow. Then paste it. Enter. So we'll see if the tool, yes, the tool generate image was called, and then they pass the prompt, and then we're generating one image for prompt, blah, 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 and it will save it here. So it was done. Okay, let's look at the image. Okay, the elephant is walking not by the sideway, but it's in the middle of the road. But who cares, right? But the it actually look nice. It's pretty sharp. This is Imagine 3 and not Imagine 4. Imagine 4 is actually better or supposedly better. I don't know which brand is that. The car brand is like a Plus instead. But yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so now you can see that with one uh, agent, it's one agent that we actually can supply a sub agent and supply a bunch of tool. This thing can do many things in one go, in one, yeah, in one session. It can go into web search, can do script sites, it can actually generate image, it can actually get a weather, or the weather tool is basically a fake one that we can just ask, can you tell me the temp for Tokyo? You should call a tool of get weather, yep. So and then we are waiting for for it to come back. So it says light rain temperature. This is from the fake data just now. All right. So with this, I pretty much believe the future is actually agents. Yeah. Right. So with that, just stop here.